Good evening. My name is Marcus, and I will be discussing a few things via my class for the Special Education 501 Foundations and Special Education Graduate Studies. Just a few questions I want to answer for my classmates and my instructors dealing with the field of education that they asked and required us to discuss and use a YouTube platform or a Loom or whatever platform that's credible for the subject matter. The first question asks, what is the special education teacher's role in supporting learning, improving planning, and practice, upholding professional expectations and ethics, and collaboratively advancing the profession? Well, in my opinion, I believe that understanding the student that students have disabilities and be we need to be their voice in the planning process to ensure that they are able to grasp the material in a way that is conducive to their learning. Um, you know, basically what that means is making it simple for this particular group of students, without, demeaning or belittling them in a sense, and understanding that, the environment that we're in, right? There's multiple ways that we can, educate, this particular group of kids or individuals with, and make sure that they're getting the proper education and the tools and toolage that they need to advance and be successful, and us being successful as educators as well. Uh, I guess, my goal would be is to not only just, make sure that they get the tools that they need to be successful, but in advance to the next area of life that they're looking and seeking to advance to. But make sure that the parents feel comfortable sending their kids to the learning atmosphere that we're providing for their child. The next question goes on to ask, what dispositions that you currently possess will help you become a successful teacher? And it's followed by, what dispositions do you need to work on before entering the classroom as a first year teacher? Well, what I possess is the ability to simplify and be direct in teaching without losing content. Just staying on pace, staying on task. Keeping everything, keeping a fun and friendly atmosphere, being creative, that type of deal. To make the kids want to engage in learning while they're in the learning environment. Also, to the second part of that is special education educators must be patient. You got to be patient when you're dealing with children. I myself, God bless Kobe Bryant. He created the phrase or the term dad, girl dad, and that's what I am. And so, with me being a girl dad and being the only male in my house, I have to exude the utmost patience. Especially when dealing with girls. So yeah, we have to be patient and non-judgmental. Um, that is, the main objective for myself while teaching and assisting these students. The last question goes on to ask, what effect could personal biases have on the expectations that teachers have for their students? How could these biases affect the relationships with students and their families? Well, personal biases play a big role, okay? We expect students to be able to learn and comprehend and do things the way we did them when we were growing up. I know sometimes I'm guilty of it myself, dealing with my own children, expecting, them to be able to catch on and learn and understand things the way I did when I grew up. And I got to understand, I got to know and realize that it's just not like that anymore. They have their own way of doing things, and they're being taught a totally different way than what I myself was taught growing up. And in a sense, it's really not that fair, and in certain aspects and certain realms of this particular profession that we're all choosing to go in. Also, we have to restrain from making assumptions. and falling into stereotypes and letting those type of things affect the way teaching and or grading goes along and plays a part. So those are just a few things that I feel, in my personal opinion, will make myself a great teacher in the teaching field. I hope I was able to reach out to someone and educate someone and inspire someone based off these questions that was asked of me to regurgitate back to you guys. And thanks for listening.